Doesn't it piss you off when you're trying to develop a habit and you're struggling with it, and you see at the same time that other people are doing it every day? When you see other male influencers on social media, they put in the grind every day. And if you are struggling with developing even just the habit of exercise, doesn't it piss you off? They all had to start one day, didn't they? I too had my struggles in exercise. Still remember the time when I started to exercise. I was lying on my bed, scrolling through social media like a Jeffrey. But then I came across a particular video. It was titled Grand Admiral Thrawn Explaining the Benefits of Exercise. If you did not know, Grand Admiral Thrawn is this villain from Star Wars. I was a very big nerd back then. But that video caused more awareness within me about exercise than any other source or social media post or person had previously done. Immediately after that, I started to do push ups, squats, any exercise you can think of. Although the form was very terrible and it was 12 o'clock at night, but still I felt very motivated to do it. The next day, when I returned from school, I put on my headphones and I started to work out. The form was okay, but I felt very motivated of myself that I had finally done this habit that everyone in real life and in social media has been telling me that it's very good for my health. And after that, the consistency went to hell. That has been the same for me for most of my habits, for basically most of my life. Right now, when I look back to that time, I realized that there were a few key mistakes that contributed to the inconsistency. The first one, which I realized right from the start, is that I did not have a fixed time or a fixed range of time to exercise. Like, my range of time for exercise is from 2 o'clock to 4, but at that time I did not have any idea when I would, and I also at the same time lacked the discipline, the willpower, and the intense desire to do it. But I was only able to achieve the consistency in exercise or in any other habit after the most depressing and the most anxiety filled experience that a human can possibly imagine. In that inferno, I realized that if I wanted to turn my life around, then I must keep doing the hard things, and that means being consistent in the habits of self improvement. So, I decided that I would first start with exercise. So, after putting in a range of time for exercise, I just did it. Whether I felt motivated or did not felt motivated, I still did it. I grinded down my abs to find dust by doing those workouts over and over again. I'd also set in motion inside of my head that I'm very disgusted of myself that I'm struggling with this while I see other people around me and on social media be doing the grind every day. But at the same time, I did not just do exercise. I was also doing things like spending more time with my family, getting more sunlight, and eating more cleanly. And also, I made sure that I was not binge watching or over consuming any social media, as that uh, tells my primate monkey brain that everything is okay. And at that time, it certainly was not. So, if you're struggling with exercise, try to put in a range of time in your routine where you can easily exercise without any disturbance. Secondly, be disgusted of yourself that you are struggling with the consistency of it. And thirdly, uh, eat cleanly, sleep more, and get more sunlight.